I didn't realise until a little while ago that it was this day, September 20th in 1979, that I did my first ever big gig.
Wow.
And it was here in Glasgow.
Unbelievable. So it's unintentional that the gig's in Glasgow tonight, or was that?
Yeah, I only just realised actually.
Just now.
Do you know what? Is that called synchronicity or something, where you're just in tune with yourself? That's amazing.
So it's your live anniversary essentially in Glasgow today.
Yeah.
Wow. Big celebration perhaps. Eve, extra special show for you.
Well, I've only just realised I've got to think of something now.
The pressure's on. You've
free champagne for everyone at the gig tonight.
That's it. The drinks tab is on you.
Yeah, thanks for that.
We're kidding, by the way. We're
cups
kidding.
of tea, cups of tea.
Water's free. Well, it's going to be a special gig tonight, but is this tour meant to be some sort of break for you from touring in America?
It's not from touring in America, but I had an album out in 2013 called Splinter, and I toured that for about 2 years. And I've got another one coming out next year, and I'll be doing that for 2 years. So I got this bit in the middle where I'm supposed to be writing. So this year was meant to have no touring whatsoever. But we did 3 shows in Los Angeles a while back, doing these 3 old albums, because I don't do old stuff hardly at all when I tour normally.
Why not?
I got a bit of a thing about nostalgia and retro, and it feels like I'm walking backwards when you do it, and I hate this living on past glories thing. You know, I really do believe that you're only as good as your next album, and you have to earn a longevity. You couldn't just be given it because you wrote something good 35, 40 years ago. You've got to keep on earning it, and I really believe that. So I don't do it that much.
So what's next then? If you're never standing still and you're always looking to the future, what's next? Where do you go from here?
Well, musically, you're new stuff. That's kind of what it's all about. But because I don't do old stuff very often when I'm touring, there was an opportunity here, like a gap, to do something where it didn't. I can't say contaminate my normal stuff, but it feels a bit like, And if you do it once in a while, it's all right. Every now and again, it can be fun, and you go back and visit some things that you don't normally do, and you remember, and it's all good. And then you get on with what you like doing, which is your new stuff. But if you did it a lot, if that was what your career had become, then I think it would be pretty soul destroying, really, and I wouldn't.
So you're not one trick pony, are you?
I'm really excited about where I'm going next.
Yeah. New material on the way.
Yeah.
So this tour and this gig tonight in Glasgow, all the gigs in this tour are very special for fans then, because you are looking back. Yeah, exclusively. It's just songs from the second, third and fourth album. I had these 3 #1 albums in about 12 months back then. And so they pretty much shaped what happened to me afterwards, the whole career, for a while anyway. And so it's partly actually because the last one did really well. The last album was a best-selling album I've had since 1982, I think it was. So a big step forward for me. And I think with that, I've begun to feel that I'd moved out of the shadow that early success created, because I was massive when it happened, and it just seemed to overshadow everything else I ever did and sort of hold you back a little bit. And so I feel like I've come out from under that now, and that makes you feel a bit more charitable about your history, rather than trying to distance yourself from it and insist that you're moving on. You can now look back and say, actually, it was pretty good. It did quite well. So you have always moved on
in it a bit
as an artist, haven't you? You've always pushed boundaries. You've always tried new things. You've pioneered a lot.
Tried to, yeah.
You're very well known for that. And also, very quickly, looking ahead to tonight, it's a big show, like you say, 20th September 79, the Apollo in Glasgow. What can fans expect tonight of this show?
We do high energy versions of everything, and it's relentless. I don't talk. I don't fill in time telling them about songs, because everyone knows that's coming. Everyone will know what they're about and all the stories behind them. So as one's finishing, the next one starts. So it's relentless, and it's hard work.
All the best tonight.
But it's really exciting.
Just say, everybody in my ear is saying you look amazing. You'll need to tell us your secret once we leave, because you do. You look incredible. All the best for tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for coming to see us and give up the tour.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It's time for a break now, but first, some tea time trivia. What is the Clyde Arc better known as? Is the answer A, the Squinty Bridge, B, the Glasgow Bridge, or C, Bell's Bridge? We'll tell you the answer after the break on Live at 5.